how I feel. I'm the greatest alive. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. For real, that's how I feel. For real, that's how I feel. From all hatred aside, I still feel that I'm the greatest alive.
What up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy PE to the PE, Positive Energy, back again with another segment of Sports Talk 330. Today I got in the building, close friend of mine I've known for over 29 years. Met him when I came back from California. I went to go check out my cousin in the summer league, and I always thought my cousin was tallest motherfucker I knew at 6'6", and then he going down there and he sitting next to this dude who's standing 6'8", talking about I gotta guard him today. This big motherfucker, which is one of his best friends, the new coach, excuse my language, you know what I'm saying, new coach for the Lady Pups, former All-Ohio, 2-time trips down to the state Final Four with McKinley.
Yeah, what up?
Went out to DePaul, my man.
Yes,
Big Yoda Bowden.
Yeah,
Fine Bowden, what's going, Bowden?
Hey, man, what's good?
How you
man?
feel? You know, I appreciate taking some time out your schedule, coming by, holler at me. You know, just want to talk a little bit about what's going on with you, taking over. You know, such an historic program as the Lady Pups. You know what I'm saying? So, I know y'all just graduated Kirsten Bell, who was, you know, her and LeBron, the only 3-time Mr. or Mrs. Basketball in state of Ohio. So, but y'all still got, you know, a couple nice players coming back, couple D1 recruits. What kind of, you ain't taking over a Bear program, so what's going on with you in your first season leading the Lady Pups?
Well, you know, it's been an interesting thing, man. You know, I'll be honest with you. It's I've really enjoyed every moment of it. You know, even some of the sour moments, you know, this summer and, you know, leading up to me, you know, actually getting the job. But, you know, we do have a good nucleus coming back. Losing Kirsten would hurt anybody's program,
Definitely.
you know, and so, but us also losing, you know, just a lot of leadership from those two positions, you know, those seniors that we lost, you know, that were in the main rotation last year. You know, so we got to find a way to make up 35 points and about 15 rebounds.
Okay.
So, you know, that's what probably concerns me the most. But at the same time, I know it's not going to be the kind of year that it might have been with Kirsten. But, you know, the team is going to look similar, but you know, we're going to do some things a little bit differently. You know, we're going to get ready a little bit differently for certain things, you know, for the season. You know, the girls have kind of, you know, had to adjust slightly to how I want to do things a little bit, you know. But like I said, it's going to really stay the same. You know, and touching on the point, you know, that you said about the two girls, you know, that we have coming back. You know, we have two girls that are going to be juniors, and you know, they've both been starters since their freshman year, so you know, they're going into their third year, of course, but you know, they're both being heavily recruited by a bunch of MAC schools, and you know, and they both played very, very well this summer on the AAU circuit, and you know, and on the national circuit as well, and so you know, those experience this year, and you know, allowing those girls to see other girls their age from around the country, and even out of the country, you know. So, you know, we had a lot of teams from Canada come down and things of that nature. So, but you know, I think you know, we got some young girls coming up, you know, and you know, I think their early adjustment into the season is going to be crucial for us to have some success early, because I mean, we start off with some bangers. I mean,
yeah, I was about to get into that. I know this is McKinley, and you know, Lady Pups, you know what I'm saying, it's story, so you know, I know they're gonna have a meat grinder of a schedule, like, you know what I'm saying. What have you got to look at the schedule like? I know we're still in the summer, but if you got to look at the schedule,
you know, I know a couple games, you know, that we actually have, and it just seems that every team, like, of the 4 or 5 games that I have on the schedule, I mean, they are against very, very good competition. We got to play our league schedule, and Glen Oaks
Federal
returning
league,
in the
okay.
federal league. Glen Oaks. They're coming back with a lot of people, hopefully, and so that program, was a Final Four program. You have a lot of juniors coming back. You really only lost one or two major pieces. I really believe just one in Jade. I can't really think of anybody else that's ringing a bell to me. I'm sorry, but no disrespect to the Glen Oak program, but I just know I coached Jade before, for a hot minute.
Right.
But they have a lot coming back. Hoover's going to be good. I believe Jackson's going to be, I think Jackson's going to surprise some people. Not really surprise people, that have been around the game of basketball for the last, 10 plus years or something like that, of really, really following the girls' game. And, I've been lucky because I've seen a lot of these girls that are coming up over the last, 5-6 years. When a lot of these girls were in 4th and 5th grade. I've seen a lot of these
Right.
girls that are coming up now, and there's some real talent coming up, man. There is some, the class of 2023 in the state of Ohio. In my opinion, it might be one of the deepest classes that would come out of Ohio here. And there are a lot of girls around the state of Ohio in the class of 2023 that can play basketball, man.
That's what's up.
It's
I'm
deep.
definitely gonna have to come check out
Hey.
some games
Hey.
and see how y'all doing out there.
I'm-
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get a little footage. How is being that you was the last head coach of the boys team before the merger of McKinley and Temkin, how was your coaching philosophy going to change, transitioning from the boys game to now you leading the female team?
Well, this is something that, that I had to actually, not that I had to do research on or something like that, but, I'm humble enough in what I'm doing, and, I'm happy enough with what I'm doing, that I'm not afraid to go ask other people questions. And so, that's what I did. I asked a couple coaches, that have been in the ladies' game for a while, and they've coached girls basketball, for many years in high school basketball, and just asked them questions. And I've also asked some coaches, that have coached on both sides of the game. But honestly, there's not that much difference. Basketball is basketball. I tell people like that all the time. If you a hooper, you a hooper. I don't give a damn what you're talking about. If you a
Right.
hooper, you a hooper. You understand the game. Not only physically what it takes, but mentally how prepared you have to be in order to play a game. We ain't just talking about, you even got to mentally sometimes prepare yourself to go to practice. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that the game is really not taught that much differently. Maybe the way that you explain a drill, the one difference that I have noticed is that girls seem to be more eager to learn how to do certain things and be able how to learn the footwork and things of that nature at a slower, more talked about pace. And the boys rely a lot on their athleticism, whereas the girls, I firmly believe, are better ball handlers. I think they're more fundamentally sound. Mm-hmm. Now the boys are better with the ball, but maybe not better ball handlers. And girls, defensively, girls hands down. If you have a girls team the same size as a boys team, and those girls enjoy playing defense, and they're just as strong. It's like, say all the dudes can't jump real high. That's
Right.
Maybe one person can jump high.
Right.
One person can dunk. But nothing real crazy. So, but that's really the only difference I see, is just being able to teach the game in that little aspect of it, and always giving the girls, something to compete for almost for every drill or anything that you do. And that's, like I said, pretty much the same thing, that you would do with boys.
Right. So, like, I read in the article that one of the people who, basically wanted you to apply for the position after Coach Davis resigned was your daughter, who was going to be an incoming freshman.
Right.
So how is that dynamic? I mean, I know you probably been coaching her on, like, the AAU Summer League and all that. How is that going to be, coaching her? You all both basically starting this journey, like, together. Like, how is that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have coached her for probably about 2 or 3 years in AAU, and it's always an interesting experience. When you coach a child, it's and that's why I was actually hesitant on applying for the job. Excuse me, not because of that aspect of it. I mean, that had a little bit to do with it, but it was also, this wasn't in my plan for the next 4 years. I had fully accepted, the idea that I was going to be an assistant coach in somebody else's system because I had just gotten used to it and was back comfortable at it again.
Right.
And so, her and I relationship, we have a fair understanding of when to talk about basketball or when I can talk about basketball, more or less. And I'm just trying to to respect that as much and just trying to leave everything that we do at the gym. But I'm also trying to teach her and all the other girls that I'm gonna treat them all the same.
Right.
And I says and since I have a daughter on this team, I have no choice but to treat all of you like I would my daughter. And that's how I had to leave it to them.
Right. So, question I don't really have an answer for, and it just kind of came to me, like, as far as the women, would you be the first African American head coach of the Lady Pups, or how? I don't, like I said, I don't know. I'm just asking. I don't know if you knew, or is that the first, or
from what?
And was you the first African American male coach?
Yes.
So you stand the chance to be the first African American coach of the boys team and the girls team.
And the girls team.
That's big. That's
Right.
that's in the history books, like, for real.
Also for the boys, the first alum.
First alum.
And then for the girls, the second alum, I believe. I'm not sure where Sue Davis went to high school. I don't know why her high school escaped me, but I don't know if she was a McKinley grad. And Mark Heiser was in between.
So was Sue and Pam? Are they related?
No, not at all.
Just
not
got
at
the same.
No, same last name, but not at all. Not at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.